Hi guys, I'm finally doing my round 4 AC update. I'm laying down not because of AC, I'm just tired. I've had some other health issues that have made this cycle more difficult and also longer because I had to delay the start of Taxol for a week, but I will explain that later in the video. So, round 4, I had it just over 2 weeks ago now. Um, Initially followed a pretty similar pattern to all the other rounds, a little bit hyper on the first day. Second day was pretty alright. Third day, a little bit worse. I think I didn't actually have as bad a dip on day 3, 4, and 5 this time around. And I don't know if that's because I was quite busy. I had some other family issues to kind of deal with. And I just kind of kept going. And then day 6, 7, still not great, but all right. I went to work on day 8 and was fine at work, but then by the evening I felt really bad. I felt like I was getting flu or something, just kind of felt really off, and then spent the next 2 days in bed. In hindsight, I think it was a combination of a late kind of peak of AC. I kind of didn't rest during the peak days, and I think it just kind of caught up with me. And also infection, because by the Friday, which was about day 10 or 9 or 10, I had developed what I called a pilonidal cyst. Now, I've had one of these before, kind of gross. So basically, an infected sort of hair follicle right at the top of your bum crack, so kind of where your tailbone is. So not in the actual bum, but in the crack. And I had one. Well, I've had them before, twice during my pregnancy with my youngest, so about 4 years ago. And I noticed the same sort of sensation building up on the Friday. Saw my doctor because I was having my Zoladex injection, and she had a look and she could see 3 pits, one that looked like it was starting to become infected. Gave me Keflex antibiotics to start taking. But basically the Saturday I worked, I felt okay on the Saturday, pretty good. And then I noticed, so while I was working, that I was starting to have increasing pain sitting down. And then by the Sunday there was pressure, a sort of mild pain. Like, I wouldn't say it's terrible pain, but pressure building up, and I was struggling to sit down. But even like when I was standing, it was quite sore. So I went to the emergency because both times previously when I had a pilonidal cyst, I had to go to emergency to have it drained, and more so this time around given that I'm on chemo. So I went in and actually found out I had a mild fever. My blood pressure was quite low, and my infection marker in my blood was quite high. They said 0 means no infection, 300 means life-threatening infection. Mine was at 100, which means definitely a significant infection. And so I was treated with IV antibiotics, and then had to have a small surgical procedure to drain the cyst. Had to stay overnight for observation, and then I came out, and now I have to have daily packing because the wound has to stay open in order to heal, not to heal too quickly, so that any infection or pus is sort of removed first. So it's packed daily. It's pretty excruciating. It's not exactly chemo related, but obviously related to my chemo and the fact that I'm more of an infection risk because of chemo being immunocompromised. So because of that, they delayed my Taxol, the start of Taxol, on Wednesday. So it's Friday now. I was a little bit disappointed because I just kind of wanted to get it over with, and get started and know what Taxol's like. But the benefit is I'm getting a port installed on Tuesday next week, so I will be able to use support for all of the Taxol treatments, which will start on Wednesday. So all in all, hasn't been the best round, but not mainly due to AC, mainly due to just lots of other stuff going on at the same time. So obviously, like, I'm in the 3rd week now post AC. I'm still not feeling 100% though. I'm basically a little bit nauseous in the morning when I wake up. Still have a bad taste in my mouth. Don't need meds or anything. But yes, eating and drinking still a bit of a struggle. So just kind of feeling a bit miserable. Really over it now, hoping that Taxol's going to be a better experience. Definitely noticed psychologically I'm struggling a lot more this round. I just feel really kind of down, not depressed, like it's just normal, understandable upset because it's been a couple of months now feeling pretty awful and having no hair. I look at myself and I don't recognize the person in the mirror. Starting to reflect a little bit more on the changes to my bust as well from the surgery, and just the reality is really hitting when I look in the mirror. Like I said, it just doesn't look like me. And I think it's going to take quite a bit of adjustment. The pain from the packing of this cyst is just another kind of insult to injury. Um, I'm just tired. So, really hoping that Taxol is a better experience than I had with AC. Pretty short update today. I will update again after my first round of Taxol. Bye.